Cape now, where disaster management personnel are on high alert this morning after a cold front brought heavy rainfall to the mother city, where the forecasts indicate the cold and wet conditions will persist into tomorrow. eNCA's Nqobile is in Bontville and is monitoring the situation. Good morning, Nqobile. What is the situation looking like where you are now?
Well, Mfundo, we did hear from Disaster Management Center this morning that informal areas like Khayelitsha, Otri, Langa and Gugulethu have been badly impacted, which is something that the SA Weather Service team has also warned about, especially in those low-lying areas. But currently, like you've correctly stated, we are in Bontville, where we'll be speaking to a resident. Her house is currently flooded. I'm not sure if my colleague will be able to show you the water, but earlier on when we arrived here, she was sweeping, but saying that it's not yielding to any results because the situation has been like this since last night. Ms. Saruna, can you just tell us about the impact? You were telling me earlier on that you had to switch off some of the electronics, as well as your washing machine was badly affected by the flooding.
Yes, that is true. But I mean, like I said, I phoned early on for help, the disaster management, and like I said, they did come out, and it stopped. The road was clear, and then it started again raining. And thanks to our councillor also, because who was standing up during the night to come and help us and to come and see and check on us.
Tell us about the impact, because I can see a lot of stuff on the floor and some of your vegetables and your groceries, you've put them on the table. So tell me about the impact. Tell me about what has been damaged here.
Yeah, one of the most important things that is damaged here is my fridge. That is, as you can see, it's plugged out. So I don't know, because I just heard the sound like and I immediately unplug my fridge. So I'm going to be the loser of a fridge now if it's not working. And then my sister's place at the back, the son's place, all the damages. What are we going to do about it? Because her washing machine is also damaged.
Actually, Mfundo, I want to take you, thank you so much, Sarona. I want to take you outside where the councillor is actually standing by and also show you some of the flooding in the yard. Sarona was telling us and taking us through her backyard, but it's badly flooded. So I don't think my colleague and I will be able to make it at the back, but I just wanted to show you there the rooms that she was talking about at the back, where some of the impact, like the washing machine that she was talking about, that has been impacted, and some of the things in those back rooms that are also being flooded. But I want to bring in the ward councillor, Mr. Angus McKenzie, just to talk about some of the mop-up interventions that they are doing currently. Angus, we saw you with the team outside on the street clearing up drain.
Yeah, look, it's been horrible for the last 2 days. The amount of rain that's fallen in the last 2 days is probably the monthly average for June. So it's been crazy, it's been unprecedented. What we've had in this specific part of Bontville is the canal. We have a canal on the side of the road which has overflowed, and due to a lot of illegal dumping which happens in our sewage systems and across, that blocks up our stormwater pipes and our sewage pipes. And so when that water overflows over the canal, it needs to find its nearest exit. And so if the drains are blocked, that nearest exit will effectively be people's homes, their backyards, etc. So it's been treacherous since around 2 o'clock this morning. Yesterday we were okay with yesterday's rain, but after the heavy rain overnight, it's been rough. Our disaster risk management teams are on their way out to this specific part of Bontville, so they'll be assisting the families and the homes where there's been flooding. Our stormwater and sewage teams are also in the area, clearing the road flooding, etc. So the teams are stretched. We're doing everything we can do here in Bontville, and we're really just asking people to bear with us and to cooperate with us during this time. It is a difficult, unprecedented time.
Sure. And we've seen a couple of houses that have been affected, that are flooded. Just tell us about some of the streets, because as we were driving in, it was actually hard to get to Seringa Street.
So there are about 3 sections of the entire Bontville that's experiencing flooding at the moment. It is this section here, the S block of Bontville, because of the canal. Then we have some flooding in the C block of Bontville, and we have some flooding in the A block of Bontville. Other than that, our drainage systems are carrying the water quite well. But I also think what's important to note is where you do find the biggest challenge of flooding is where you find a lot of dumping that's taken place in the sewage system. So it plays up. But I do think that it's a really horrible experience for people to be living under these situations. But we are here on the ground. We've been walking through the water, as you've seen, all day. And so we're trying to help as best we can.
Sure. And Fundo, I want to go back to the street. I'm going to ask my colleague and some of the members outside to help us with the umbrellas, just so us to be able to actually walk to the street. Thank you so much, ma'am. The street that he was talking about earlier on, there's a drain system that has now been cleared. So there was actually, when we arrived here, it was overflowing and the streets were blocked. We couldn't really access the area. So these are some of the interventions that have been able to do early this morning. Angus, I want you to take me to the other house that has been...
This gives you an idea of what we find in the drains. So these are the things that clog the drains up. And then now you can see we've been able to clear this one drain in the front here. And as we've cleared the drain, the water's starting to run away. So again, illegal dumping finding its way into the sewage system. But I think we've got a very bad situation here in this road. And then a lot of the homes behind me here are completely flooded at the back.
And just walk us through to some of the things that we're seeing. Obviously, you talk about this drainage system that has been cleared.
So this drain's been cleared. The muck is down the side there, and now you start seeing the water running away. So as the drains get cleared, we're able to see water run, and so the water doesn't then collect in one spot and flow into people's homes. They actually run away.
And how bad was the situation earlier on? Because we did see that you were actually getting assistance from the community.
Yeah. So this situation started around 2 o'clock this morning, and so at 2 o'clock it was the canal in front of us overflowed. I've been walking in knee-deep high water. So it's extremely bad at the moment. I mean, if you want to, we could take a walk through here and you can get an idea of how deep it is.
Okay, Mfundo, unfortunately for my camera colleague, he won't be able to sort of get close to the water because he does not have boots. But I'm just going to walk with Angus just as far as I can, just to show you the impact of the rains that we've seen overnight. We know that they are expected to continue throughout the day and throughout the night, as the SA Weather Service has also actually warned that these showers will yield to flooding. But like he said, there's a canal on my left that is actually flowing. So he was talking about the impact of the drainage system, where they were able to find some of the things that are not meant to be there, which is what is impacting the overflowing in these streets.
Noma certainly talks to perhaps greater effort needed in educating ordinary citizens about illegal dumping and how it affects stormwater pipes and even leads to this type of flooding a bit later on, because we just saw the visuals of that drain. It now seems to be doing what it's meant to do. But we'll leave it there for now. Nqobile, that's our reporter, Nqobile Hejane in the Western Cape, for us just monitoring the floods for us today. On that note, let's quickly